Okay. It's about 2 hours early. I've just started early because, I don't know, I'm having one of those days where I feel bleh. So, we're here. We're gonna go. If people show up, then people show up, and we can get going soon. We're not waiting for Albert. Albert is so delayed. It's not some, it's completely sensible, normal reasons. It's just, well, I was hoping at the very least Albert would be ready and be caught up by, like, the Garlean War, because it feels like the time. Now I don't even know what I'm going to do for the next 2 hours in-game. I just need to get something going and get myself out of bed. So, here we are. I'm going to check how the audio is looking. How is the audio looking? Because I made the audio more balanced so that hopefully if Hawk and I decide to sing Simple and Clean again, you can hear Hawk when I'm singing, so it doesn't just sound like I'm singing and then sometimes Hawk is going, yeah. Things I notice when I edit. Also, please don't crash stream. Wanna be like... Wow. Good enough. Okay. First thing we'll do is check my money. And also complain. I can complain. I have things to complain about. There's so many things to complain about. Like... the big one that I want to complain about is the concept of people not making good decisions. So, the other day I'm talking to my mother, and I should expect things to go poorly when I talk to my mother because she's in her mid-70s and she has major... Ooh, I like that. Where do I get bearskin? Harassment is the name of that. That's what that's called. That's called harassment. Yeah. My mother's got Fox News brain, but the other day when I'm talking to her, because I talk to her every few weeks, that's not how it used to be before she, like, oh god, you got off with your dad. See, at least it's been a while since I talked to my mom, and my mom's not, like, terrible, she just has Fox News brain. Like, I'm mad at her, and I don't want to talk to her very often because she literally decided that my rights and livelihood were worth selling for the promise of lower taxes to not her, because she doesn't make enough money to call for the lower taxes. But, are you okay? Look, you okay after everything? If you're on your frickin' break, why is there a welfare check on your break? Because, like, I'm having my frickin' PTO. I am on vacation. Let me play my video games. Like, for real. That's what you should be saying. You know, potential thing. I know we've been talking potential phone things. If you get new phone, then we can change the number, and then he can't call you. Although knowing him, he'll probably like file a missing persons report, and it's just like, frickin' parents. You know what? Instead of complaining, love, I'm gonna give you a tour of our house because I don't think I have. Yep. Actually, no. On that one, I think the yeah, but yeah, that is probably more extortion. Yeah. Let me show you. Let me show you our house because it's going to be. Yeah. We'll start from the front door, and then come down. Behold, the Mew fan's house. When you come in, it is the public meeting hall. There's the guest book, there's the public snacks that aren't actually public because you have to be a member of the free company in order to actually interact with any of the things. So, like, we have tea, we have steamed buns, we have Kinder Punch, we have cocoa. And that's still tea. And then over here we have, that's the Kinder Punch. That's the buns. The wine. That's what I want. Glug, glug, glug. And then we have seating for people to come visit. We have a globe, which is for dancing. Except I can't get up there right now because I'm failing. Yes. And we have more wine, some fruit, a map of Eorzea, and then a Bahamut head that I still can't believe we just beat the fancy Bahamut, like, randomly as part of a hunt train, and then they gave us the parts, so yay. We didn't earn that. And you come downstairs and you have the basement, which is like the clubhouse, where we have our collection of rugs. The outer decoration here is courtesy of Albric. We have the big fish that he caught. We have all the little waterfalls, which make the lovely little noise. We have our company chest. We have our robots that can do our shopping for us, and our bell to call our slaves. Your dad! Ugh, your dad is an idiot. Bundle your dad up in a ball, and then we'll come to the elegant housekeeping node, and we will say sell. Although I'm not going to actually sell. Actually, I don't use the mail to mail. What's the right tick? They're 100 gil on sale? That might be a more reliable way to convert things. But yeah, basement. We have our sitting area. We have our orchestrion that gives us music. Comfy chairs for everyone. And then we have little knickknacks, like we have I mean, that's more your choice than mine, I guess. Like, I'm not sure that live on stream and the thing that's going to be recorded and accessible by potential lawyers might not be the best place to have this discussion. But I would say it's your call. I don't think that we have any potential legal issues to face on account of there's no contracts or anything. It's just him being an extortionate asshole. So I don't know. I don't have enough information to make that call. My skin in the game is that I back your decision. With my Amblick. Because I'm in a crafting class right now, so I don't have an impressive weapon. Yeah. Then we have this thing for charging stuff that no one but Albric understands how it works, and yeah. And then we have... There you go. We have the flowers on either side of her Admiral Blowfishwind. Because we are patriotic Limsons in this house, except, you know, that's only true of Albric, and, like, even though I'm a Limson, I am, like, besties with the Sultana of Ul'dah, and then Ura's Gridanian. No, Ura's also Uldanian. And then Halabali's Gridanian. Yes, and then we come in, we can see our company workshop. Where not much happens. Mostly Albric uses this, and then Albric hasn't been on in ages, so I bet that we have complete voyages. Woohoo! I need to get Ceruleum. Okay. I should do that. Where does Albric keep the Ceruleum? That's where we keep the dyes. There's the Ceruleum. We have so much Ceruleum. Oh my gosh. How do we have so much Ceruleum? Okay, Yuri Harlot. The Yuri Harlot. We'll go with. Thank you, Halabali. The Yuri Harlot will go out and explore. Yay! And then we need the Ferris. Which brought us a lot of things. So, yay. I haven't done that in, like, months. But that's the workshop. And it goes and then brings us things. It's like we have rings and sapphires. I should be able to sell some of this. I think we have plenty of stuff in reserves. How much is red moco grass? Ich. How about sapphires? High quality sapphires. Okay, I admit that I understand that we're not spending anything to get this stuff, but surely. Okay, there we go. That's what I like to see. And how about the processed platinum ingots? Someone make sense to me how the raw platinum ore can be selling for 1,500 a pop, but the processed platinum ingots... How about raw Celestine? God, none of that's even worth fiddling with. I mean, I do have a couple empty spots, so let me go see if we have any excess floating around. Those materials are just for selling. Yeah. There we go. Let's take a couple stacks of this. The rest of this can go in. Alright, we also need to put this back. I was doing a house tour, and then I stopped and started doing management of everything. That's fine. We'll go look at the bedrooms. So Cass can forget her dad being a shithead. In the awe of everyone's bedrooms. 25, I can live with a 99 stack that I don't have to spend anything to do at 25. Okay. So, let's look at people's bedrooms. So we've seen our lovely, comfy meeting hall. We've seen our basement. Now we can look at bedrooms. We have Ura's bedroom. You know, I was just talking about how Ura was Ul'dan, and there's a Gridanian Seedseer portrait. I see. I forget what that is. I think that's like a sign that Ura does good in PvP. Because Ura does good in PvP. It's not a very fancy bedroom, but, you know, high-end bed, lots of little trophies. And now, Albric. We're going to leave my room for last, even though it's going to be a letdown, because Albric's our interior designer, and, like, it is still such a good room. With the Calcabrina and the little Alpha, the fish, the fancy desk, the treasure, the carbuncle chair, the lighting. Good job, Albric. Love Albric's room. But then, last and certainly least, my office, where I have some sandwiches. I have a place for people to come leave notes that no one has ever used. I have my desk with my little cheap chair, so I can sit down and pretend to work because my arms can't reach my desk. We have a full world map up there, or at least old world. So you can see Eorzea, you can see Doma, Ingashi, you can see Rattatan, you can see Wayland, the place that the lighthouse is over here, and over here, I think. And then we have Garlemald, where we will be going later today when it's time for the invasion. And then you have my living space. All of the shelves. I got so many of these fucking shelves. Piles of books. Comfy chair. And nestled away, my little bed. Snort me. Yay. And we don't talk about the treasure that I've stolen from Albrecht. Shh. Say nothing. Yay. And that's the Mewfan's house. Now the question is, what do we want to do whilst we wait for everyone? Because I am online early. It's raining. I was thinking, oh, maybe we can go to the beach, but I think maybe going to the beach is not a good idea here. Ba, 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 ba. We go down, down, down. Yay, cutscenes. We have... I mean, as much as I love Ul'dah, this is probably the housing area that best suits us. I'm a little sad we didn't have enough money or opportunity to get one of the places down at the beach. Although they are very nice. Sleepy Court. It snaps! Oh, they have a Moogle fox. I don't think have I been to the Nap's house? I'm gonna check the Nap's house out. I wanna see it. It's a dark, scary alley. Go this way. It's a speakeasy! Oh my god! It's a speakeasy!
What's a speakeasy?
A speakeasy is a back during Prohibition, people would make bars that were like hidden in little corners and like behind secret bookcases and such because it's not allowed. Halt! FBI! Pow pow. Yeah. Got a little speakeasy here. There we go. Upstairs. We can leave. Oh, it's Jules Lucifer's place. Okay. Neat. I'm gonna go back to Limsa proper. Now that we've looked at everything.
Oh boy.
How do I get to Limsa? That's how I get to Limsa. I went the wrong way. It's been a while since I actually went to the mist, like, without teleporting.
Yeah, I was doing a roulette, and it was like one of the ARR dungeons. I think was mentioned one, and I was like, I forgot how to do this one.
Oh yeah. Is it the regular or the hard?
The regular.
Okay. Yeah. I remember how to do regular just because I've done it so many times, but hard I always forget how to do.
I ended up going through the hard mode a lot when I was grinding for my anima weapon.
Ah, and then when I was grinding for my anima weapon, I just sped run Aurum Vale. Frickin'. Should have been recording that shit. Got a 7-minute time as a black mage. Nothing quite like a 7-minute or 7-minute Aurum Vale to make you feel nice about yourself. Nay, welcome to Limsa Liminsa. It's lovelier when it isn't raining. Same can be said about Baltimore.
Personally, I like it when it's raining.
The problem with Baltimore when it's raining is that we don't have really good trash collection, so it like all gets swept out of the back alleys and into the street and then is gross.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot less nice.
Yeah, we need a city that spends money on maintaining itself and and its transit and the quality of stuff for its citizens, and not, you know, throwing money at big fucking scammer ass developers or too much cop. Even though we're no longer on the 25 most dangerous cities in the country list. Whee! Let's see, is there anyone cool? You have the Boundless Dark, the Kinyotku. It's kind of a... I kind of want those pants. What are those pants? Isle Farmhands cutoffs. Okay. I think I can get those after Endwalker. Of course, Morimigo is dead in the plaza, as usual. I probably shouldn't be bothering to water the local corpse, because she's already getting watered.
Where'd you get that emote anyway?
The guy in Gridania. The achievement guy.
Achievement guy?
Yeah.
I'll have to look there eventually.
Yeah.
Ah.
What am I doing here? Alright, I'm coming to you. And I'm sneakily selling these before anyone notices that I didn't put them in the company chest. There we go. I forget what it's called. When you... Embezzle. That's the word I'm looking for. No embezzlement going on here.
No embezzlement?
I can be trusted with your finances. Are you looping? I forget if the umbrella dance loops.
I don't think it does.
I hate non-looping dances.
I want my fan dance to... I want my fan dance to loop.
The fan dance needs to loop. The umbrella dance needs to loop. The dances should loop. You know what dance does loop? The gold dance. And I don't need my umbrella. I have my pirate hat, and it keeps me dry. Unfortunately, we received communique from Albric. His ship is still busy in the Thavnarian Sea, transporting supplies to Bazja. So, as they fight on the Bazjan front, we will have to pursue our strike into the Imperial homeland without him.
Well, at least I got this nice coat.
Yay, coat. Oh, you're dressed for the warm. You are
Yeah, I am
dressed for the warm.
sweating. Yes, and I am sweating despite the fact that it's raining.
Well, of course you're sweating in the rain. The humidity, makes the air less able to wick the sweat off of you. That's why people go, it's fine, it's a dry heat, because, you can sweat on a dry heat, and, it'll wick the sweat off of you and keep you cool. But if you're in a humid heat, then you get all moist. And I like being moist, but my understanding is many people don't.
I sure don't.
Halabali, do you like being moist? There we go. We're all sharing a great pose variety. The Mew fans are here in Limsa and ready to go. How about you, chat? Chat, do y'all like being moist?
Oh dear. I just got it. Just browsing Discord and I see a picture of someone face palming and I'm like, yeah, that's me right now. It is too warm for this jacket.
Do we want to go somewhere
in game?
Do you want to go somewhere into a more climactically appropriate place?
Yeah, but the next quest marker is an amigo.
I think we're just waiting for Halapali to have lunch.
It's still wet.
It's raining in Alamigo too. Great, I love this.
By the time we get to Garamel, I'm just going to turn into an ice cube.
Hello, local merchant. Do you have anything interesting for sale? Just the standard stuff. I think that's kind of one of the weak points of the game is there isn't knickknacks to buy in your various communities. In my less than humble opinion, I think every one of these little local merchants should have some worthless little knickknack that you can put on your table in your house. Or some silly glamour item that's reflective of the place. Since you're
I was
we'll
thinking...
get some Alamegan thingamabobber.
Yep. Yeah, not even for gearing for dungeons, just some local glamour or something.
Yeah. It feels like, would I ever buy something from one of these local merchants? They don't sell things that make sense for the community here to want to buy. They don't buy things I would want to. Rant aborted. thing identified.
Yeah. Oh.
Game is too smart for me. God damn it. Fine,
Okay, why is
I
it
won't
suddenly
do that.
sunny here?
Hmm?
I just kind of went back to that garden where we fought Xenos in Shinryu.
Wait, we can
And
go?
I'm like, why is it suddenly here? Like, why is it suddenly bright?
We can go? We can go there? They
We
fixed
can go
it?
there. Yep.
OMG, 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 OMG. No, I don't want access to the waterways. I want... to the garden. Garden, garden, garden. Where's the garden access?
By the big steps close to the quest marker.
Oh, there you are.
The Royal Menagerie. Royal Menagerie Manager. I think she was called.
Attendant.
Attendant.
Yay! Yeah, we can go back to the menagerie. Oh, and you're in the menagerie! It's not an instance
Okay.
location!
Okay, that's good. I was wondering. It was like really empty. I'm guessing no one comes here.
It's where Bestie killed himself! Worsty. I'm sorry. Forget what I said.
Okay then.
Then we have all of this. You know, I thought it would be under would be more damaged after everything went kaboom.
Well, they had like a whole expansion to repair it.
No, it's only been like 2 patches. Since Van Daniel came in here and fucked it up.
Oh. I do not remember that part. What took place here?
With his with his lunar Bahamut, they were right here.
Oh.
Fucking Van Daniel. Loser. Well, shall we no further ado? Also, apparently it was sunny in there because it stopped raining.
Oh.
Maxima, we're ready to invade your homeland. The other members of the Ilsebard contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I'll inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you're ready. Yay! Lead me in, Resistance Guard. To the palace.
By the 12.
It's Blue Alice and Red Alphino. Yay!
Oh no.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald.
That's a lot of
Much
people.
rides on the efforts of the Ilsebard contingent.
Oh, the Thaumaturge's Guild is also there.
Yeah, the Thaumaturge's Guild is over there, and you can see the pirate dude, and I think that the little guy with the axe is the Scholar Quest.
Oh.
And we have the The Seedseer's sibling from the Conjurers and White Mages quests.
Oh.
Frickin' Emanillion is over in the corner.
Huh.
We have Emanillion over there. Everyone.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia! Yay.
Lucia.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
Yay, Lucia.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Wait, I think one of those Lalafels is from the Thieves Guild.
Kokobuki! Kokobussy! Hi!
Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must. I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation. Here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer, we shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort. Of course, with an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well, those requiring more involved treatment will be in safe hands. Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
The game is remembering that I have White Mage. I'm not even equipped as White Mage. I am equipped as Reaper.
Same here.
I wasn't expecting it to go, oh yes.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Sigurd, you rat bastard.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sigurd, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten.
Hey, it's you, Nimmarine.
Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hilfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do. Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest.
Could they not get Pippin's voice actor?
If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya? The avatar of destruction?
Hee. And they tell me that Thancred isn't gay.
With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us.
With friends like these, who needs enemies?
And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
Rah.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Lord Amonelane!
Is that how you pronounce it? Emonelane. Okay.
Ah, yes. Emonelane de Forton, at your service.
Hi, you're not gonna get slacking off or I'm gonna send you home to your dad in pieces, okay? I don't want to be responsible for the death of 2 of his sons, but I will be if I have to, okay? Okay, Emmy?
Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed...
But we already have a gentleman of light. Granted, he's not here.
I dare say your fancy footwork may be all that stands between us and certain doom.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroa with my tales of daring-do.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Oh.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Is it Sadu?
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Sadu!
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as the steppe is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Cherry ginger. Like that.
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
Dalmasca.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
It is literally everyone.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire.
Well, Wurlit's not here, but we're not expecting Wurlit.
I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Baelsar himself is working to help rebuild Wurlit, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlond Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glacies. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us, so it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
Oh my gosh, there's everyone to talk to. You know I have to.
Yep.
Serena! I'm glad to see you well. Grandmother was worried for you. The night I agreed to come hither and join the contingent, the gods sent her a strange dream. 2 suns, one burning red, the other frozen black. Closer they circled, closer and closer. As they danced, the world fell to ruin. In blinding chaos, she spied blackened silhouettes, and knew at once that one was yours. Yet we know not how to interpret this dream, save as a sign that great danger awaits. Whatever lies ahead, I'll walk with you, traveler. That's not good. Sadu! I know, I'm not an aura anymore, but you have to admit, I'm compact. I care not for the Iron Men or their troubles. It's the destiny of the weak to die in ignominy. And so I'll do as I have agreed. I volunteered to join this band at Serena's request. As she thinks it's a worthy cause, that's reason enough. Though we hail from different tribes, our bond has grown strong of late. She's much better company on a hunt than any of the steppes oafish men could dream to be. Oh? Oh? Well... Magnai! How does it feel to be the only single person in the Azim Steppe? With the Maul and champions of them down, and the Datharl having sent so many here, I had thought to defend the steppes in their absence, and I would have done so were it not for my stepbrothers. They urged me to grant our allies the sun's might, that his radiance may deliver them unto Victoria. Though I must tolerate the presence of the feral Dartharli dog. As first among my brothers, I could do no less than accept this challenge. My deeds will be the stuff of legends. Oh my god! They got rid of him!
He got kicked out. And then they said don't come back until you find a girlfriend.
Serena's like, oh, I'm going to come help you because that's the right thing to do, and we have a prophecy. Sadu's like, it's not bloodshed, but my girlfriend says I should. And Magnai's like, I come for glory because I got kicked out and told not to come home until I have a girlfriend. How do I want to go about this? Clockwise. Well, this is extraordinary. To be in such company, the finest our allies have to offer. With comrades as these, we're bound to succeed. I'm certain of it. Estinian? I did not expect to see the other former Azure Dragoon here, of all places. As he well knows, I'm not one for verbose greetings. We shall instead let our lances do the talking once we're on the battlefield. Then we'll see if the other has been diligent in his training. Who's the other Azure Dragoon? We've been part of joint military operations like this before, and with far greater numbers, but for some reason this feels different. Despite having shared little for more than introductions, there's already a palpable sense of camaraderie. Alrensena. With so many people from so many places, I'm rather out of my elements. Regardless, I'm a seed seer and will endeavor to equip myself accordingly. Alkazolka, that's your name! For Nim!
I got something different for Aaron Senna since I finished my White Mage quest.
Greetings. The time has come for us Marines to show our valor upon the battlefield. All who see us will know our name and quake before our might. To victory, come hells or high water. Haha. I've finished the Scholar quest, so I got the Marines thing. Till the Empire fell, Garleans were the only ones we was allowed to impose tariffs upon at sea. Weren't easy pickings, but I made myself a pretty gill. Since they've been generous to me and mine, perhaps it's time I returned the favor and gave a little something back. Aw, how magnanimous. Ronbar. I'm here representing the Marauders Guild, and it's my job to keep the Smiths out of harm's way. Mind you, with them hammers of theirs, they can put up a fair fight themselves. With a bit of luck, this will be over and done before you know it. Maybe when all this is over, you can pay the Axemaster a visit. He still tells all the new recruits about the time you killed Kuchata and avenged that boy's parents. I remember like it were yesterday. Oh, right. That. Pippin! Often has Father told me of his struggles faced by Alamigo in the days of the occupation, and I too have crossed swords with the Empire on many occasions. The Garlemald has long been our bitter enemy. Her Grace is elected to bolster the Osabard contingent with members of the Imperial Flames. As representatives of the Sultanate, we are one in our commitment to the cause. Pippin, I love you, but I know from experience that we can't trust the Immortal Flames. We'll keep an eye on them. Buki! We came as quickly as we could. We would follow your example and devastate Telophoroi with the full extent of our dark powers. Worry not for your brothers. Bussy, we will return soon enough. Bussy isn't here.
Oh, I didn't do the thaumaturge quest with this character, so I don't get anything from him.
So you don't get to know that Buki is, worried about Bussy.
Yeah.
Trudeau. I'm so glad I found you. I have a letter from Master Hammond. Let's read it together, shall we? Let's see. I have every confidence your fists shall bring the Telophoroi to their knees, and should you espy any beautiful maidens, perhaps sing to them my praises? Charm Master. Well, more fool of me, you're thinking that letter would contain something actually inspiring. Let's just forget this note exists and focus on the battle ahead. Chuchudo, I love you. So long ago, we were sailing across the Ruby Sea, charging about the Azim Steppe with Serena and the others. I'd say we're overdue for another adventure. Brings back memories to see so many familiar faces. We've been through so much together. Good times and not so good. I expect Garlemald will be mostly the latter. I'd like to believe we'll look back on these days more fondly in the years to come. For that to happen, we have to make it out alive. So don't you die on me, yeah? Yes, Lise. Lucia? I've led troops into battle many a time, but never a unit with such diverse range of talents. While I've been briefed on their capabilities, I expect you could provide additional insight to their strengths and weaknesses. I appreciate any advice you have. Maxima! I cast my lot with the Populares to bridge the divide between Garlemald and her territories, that all may be united in common cause. For we were disparaged as a radical element, dissenters looking to destabilize the Empire from within. Many friends and my parents perished in unfortunate accidents. I too would surely have met the same fate had I not defected. Nevertheless, I still dream of equality and peace for us all. As the world itself stands on the brink of collapse, I hold out hope that one day this dream will become reality. Global communism. Based Maxima. Well, if I'd known what a social gathering this would turn out to be, I'd have dressed for the occasion. Still, this seems the perfect opportunity to mingle with the other guests. Would I be correct in assuming those ladies over yonder are Serena and Sadu of the Steppe? Perhaps I should introduce myself, but I don't much like the look of the fellow with the enormous axe. Oh, if it isn't Gobo! This thanks in no small part to you that the manufactory's future is looking brighter than ever. My friend, I am pleased to report that I and a handful of my colleagues have been selected to join the contingent. Ere the expedition's ended, even the Temple Knights will be singing our machinist's praises. Once they've borne witness to not only our mechanical proficiency, but our combat prowess too. Albric, I thought you were busy pirating. No, you're the other Albric. You're the Dragoon questline Albric.
Yep. Also the former Azor Dragoon.
That's right. I may have not really paid much attention during the Dragoon quests. I trust Estinian's proving himself a useful addition to your band. Though I am here today in my capacity as Temple Knight, I look forward to seeing the other former Azure Dragoon in action once more. Dum bum bum. Thancred. Of close ties with the Scouts of the Eastern Alliance and the various resistance groups, they're an absolute joy to work with. In the words of Seth, better known as Saffron Olive, reading off the FF set spoilers, Urianji?
Oh no!
Urianji? He can't pronounce anything, it's great. Blessed are we to have made countless steadfast allies to our journey's course. We are joined today by many new acquaintances who in time we shall come to call our comrades, mayhap friends. Ranger!
Ranger! Oh no.
I was half expecting to find the man who taught me red magic among our members, but he's nowhere to be seen. I suppose he's still in a state of unpleasant experiences with the Empire. But so have we all. Perhaps there's some other reason. I think the other reason is I never finished the Red Mage quest. He's kind of like stuck somewhere in like Idleshire. In any case, I have a feeling we'll see him again when this is all over. I'm sure he'll be pleasantly surprised by how much swordplay's improved since last we met. Besides the delegates assembled here, the Amalja and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Ilzabard. They would likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Talofferoi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warding scales to our comrades. Care to do the honors?
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Okay. Not as bad as I thought it would be.
Serena? Scales for the east. We had it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. And here is your pack of warding scales. Oh, the talismans! We're to keep these close at all times, yes? I'll see no one misplaces theirs. And before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. I hope I've done his words justice. Doma, like much of Othard, has been plagued by the towers. Yet while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction. He and the Nugiri labor without rest to unite the people, and with their aid, will we keep the enemy at bay. And we of the Steppe and Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. Yay! Let's go this way around. Lucia! Warding scales for the Ishgardian delegation. Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald, sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw my lot in with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I lead a mission to save countrymen I betrayed. But that is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Amric. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large. Victory! Nice. Scales? For the warding scales. Yeah! For everyone. Oh, look at these. Even a layman can tell they're bursting with aether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves? Is that the right term? Anyway, we'll give these one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountain of whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. One way to find out, eh? And nervous or not, I'd march through all the 7 hells who gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. Gokobuki, do not destroy your warding scale, no matter how much research you are interested in, okay? Probably a good thing Bussy isn't here. Bussy would absolutely destroy the warding scale for research. Senna? Have some warding scales for Gridania. And these are the famed warding scales? Enough for me and my men, I see. Under normal circumstances, I would not be allowed to travel outside the Twelves Wood. The Elder Seedseer, however, has granted me special permission. She has bid me lend my magics to the people of Garlemald while learning all I can of their ways. In so doing, I will come closer to understanding myself and my place in the world. Or so she says. I say it's past time our allies benefited from the power of a Seedseer's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our light under a bushel, and I intend to address that criticism. Sickard. For Limsa. For the Admiral. Ah, the scales. Pretty little things, ain't they? Reckon they'll be worth a gill or two when this is all over. We'll hold on to them for now. One more thing. I know you're all thinking, why didn't they send Einzar instead? Buggered if I know. All Admiral and Captain Hilford told me was they needed someone to help safeguard the future. And here I am. Can't say they got a sense of humor. Or some of you might be wondering where good a pirate is on dry land. In the middle of the sodden snow of all places. Only my crew will do whatever needs doing. So let's set sail, or however the saying goes on airships. Excellent. But as you are from Limsalominsa, and so am I, that's captain to you, young man. I think. Oh, lieutenant. I'm not a captain yet. Pay me no mind. Hi, Maxima. Here's a warning scale. Thank you for this.
I'm a captain.
Yeah, I just don't like that minigame. It's like pulling teeth trying to get through those dungeons with the freaking bots.
Oh wait, lieutenant is... Wait, is the lieutenant? Oh, like captain is higher ranked. Okay. I was reading the thing in reverse.
Captain's the thing that you get when you do that stupid dungeon thing enough. Coffee. And this is our chance to make ready before we set forth. We needn't worry about our Inanje. We wore in Garlemald before. The Sinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, and since he's spent a fair time up north recently as well, we have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company's stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point of it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. I only had time to find something to my liking. Hawk, is that the cry of scions in need of a tailor, I hear? Wifey! But how?
Hello, Tataru.
I have my ways. Oh, yes, indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Ilsabard without telling me? Hmm? Nothing escapes my notice. Now you will wear these garments I made for you, whether you like it or not. Yes, ma'am.
I already got a old sweater outfit.
But why do we need a new? Why do you need a new outfit as well? Are you coming with us? What? Of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion. Rather, the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself?
That is a good point.
Also, I don't want to follow my wife into battle, because then she won't be able to flirt with the, with the scary lizard girl. I do have one other thing to share. Artemis and Bloomwid have finally returned from assignment in faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Stones for a while, to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they're running things back at headquarters, could I lend a hand in Sharlayan? Oh, why not? You can keep Kryle company at the Pavezian Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. I heard Argos and Bloomwinda did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. With them in charge, you've nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world, and knows that if he attempted to, I would come through in the night and slit his throat. If something similarly disastrous were to happen, I'd be well positioned to do something about it in Sharlayan. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Sharlayan. I really hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will every day. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Yay! Wife Tataru. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. North Sea coat. See, I was going to go. I was going to change my glam to a swimsuit and say I'm ready for the cold, but now I can't because Tataru came and delivered something for me to wear and didn't even torment me. So. I think I look fine. Have a good time with Kryl, Tataru. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Oh, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? Oh, goodness. This is not ominous at all.
Oh dear.
We'll be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains into Garlemald. For many of us, it'll be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. For that reason, the company's committed to the success of the operation. Our resources are at your disposal. If there's aught we can do to be of further assistance, do not hesitate to ask. If you're ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Upon boarding the airship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Several cutscenes will play in... Bad things are about to happen. They never have good things happen when several cutscenes play in sequence.
Oh.
Proceed. Wow.
Ilsabad, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step.
Someone
but why go
didn't
by
dress
foot
warm
when one
enough.
can simply fly?
Ah, dang it. What was this gonna have to change?
On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius, the winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they're led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, The 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus' death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War.
That's not good.
Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald. The very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Arun Senna, you have something wrong with you.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Roger, I will cover the rear. In fact, as a Reaper, that is my preferred position. Bad joke.
Sorry.
You're doing things. You're ahead of me in the cutscene / duty thing. Go spin, spin, spin.
I'm just admiring Thancred's outfit.
That is certainly an outfit.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Ishtola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right, once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. A blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Oh, dang, I'm gonna have to repeat all that.
That's a great sign.
Okay, no, I don't have to reread it, but okay.
Okay, what have we got? Solid Barrow combo. Nebula. Swift Deception. Bewilderment Bomb.
Oh man, I just want to fight.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Okay.
Damn, spotted.
Can I?
Well, I failed. I don't like this. Why are you putting a stealth game in my MMO? Why am I back here? Oh, God. At least put a checkpoint in there. Oh, my God.
Oh, you have to start that all over?
Skip the cutscene. Let's begin.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time.
Oh,
We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
okay. One explosive. Two explosives. Are they gonna wake up? I have no idea.
This is not cool.
Damn, spotted.
Could you go walk away, please, so that I can do my thing? This is not my idea of fun, actually.
Okay, if I mess this up one more time, I'm done. Okay, so Okay, so I don't want to do that.
Okay. How do I do this?
There we go.
Will you please move? Okay. Okay. That wasn't too bad, but that was,
This is Thancred.
not cool.
The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Okay, and then we back up for a bit. Wait for things to recharge.
Okay, where is that?
Damn, spotted.
I'm gonna frickin' die if I don't just run. God damn it. Get me out of here. I can't afford the fight. No, I'm fucking hell. Fucking hell. What the fuck is that? I didn't sign up to play a fucking stealth game. I hate stealth games. I'm not in the mood to do this.